Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another Raging Reality reaction video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because the clock has just rolled over to 6 o'clock already, these days are just like getting freaking shorter and shorter, we are going to be doing another Exodus reaction video, for two reasons primarily. One, because it only just became aware. I was going through some of the comments a few days ago, and I found out that, lo and behold, there are actually an awful lot of people who really did like it when I was talking about Exodus. Probably because there were so many other people out there that Exodus seems to be relatively kind of like ignored for some reason, but I found friggin' Toxic Waltz. I do not care what anybody says about Toxic Waltz. Toxic Waltz is absolutely golden, in my opinion. Speaking of golden, just this artwork. And you know what I want? Can I just... For Shovel-Headed Kill Machine. That is literally one of the most metal things I've ever heard in my life. And I'm friggin' 22 years of age. This looks like a pirate ship built by friggin' Hellrider and the Painkiller. Actually, ironically speaking of Hellrider, Angel of Retribution came out in the same year as this album. And I gotta tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, there's no other word for it. This album cover is literally a work of art. And I know if I were you won't be able to see it at the moment, but when you do, you'll get an idea of what I mean. Now, also, just for the lack of a better term, we are doing the very first song of Shovel-Headed Kill Machine, Raze, purely because, let's just think about this. You've just went out there, you haven't heard of Exodus for, let's say, 15 or so years. This is their brand new album. You have absolutely no idea what on earth Exodus have been up to, and then you put this in. So again, let me just put it to you like this. The last album from Exodus you heard was Fabulous Disaster. So you know what? What the hell have they been up to, and how did we get to Shovel-Headed Kill Machine? Well, I think the delay is finally about to end. So, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Raze in 3, 2, 1, and that's it. I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next video. No, there's no way I can't do that, ladies and gentlemen. I straight up cannot do that. Okay, so it's gonna be one of those type of videos, is it? Is that what we're in for, is it? Guys, actually, I've got a better idea. I'm just going to say absolutely nothing. I am not going to open my mouth. I am not going to pause this video. I am not going to say anything until it's over, because you know what? In fact, I've got a better idea. I'll go one further. 69, a gentleman's number. So, unfortunately, this is going to be anything but a gentle video, but, whatever. Come on, Exodus, let's, yeah. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. That's no more. God almighty, I feel like, you know what I've just felt like's just happened, ladies and gentlemen? I felt like I was involved in friggin' Twisted Metal, and I somehow won. I somehow managed to defeat guys like Minion, like Yellow Jacket, Roadkill, Sweet Tooth. I managed to come out the winner. And you know what? I feel like I could have got like 4 more rounds with like at least 25 more people. Which, you know what, that brings me on to actually a very separate point, is that when was the last time like you ever saw a movie that was in some way inspired for, let's say, a heavy metal audience? Because friggin' I don't quite remember the details too well, but Saw 2 of all things had basically a they had songs like they had Marilyn Manson songs, but I think they also had, God, actually, you know what? Let me just try and look up very quickly what the song was. I know what the song was. I just can't remember what the group was. Mudvayne. When was the last time you ever like went to a movie and then they played a song from, let's say, guys like Mudvayne or even Stain? When was the last time you heard those sort of bands or those sort of groups or those sort of either new metal or anything like that being put into a movie, or anything that you know what I'm actually beginning to also suspect about Raze is that, or Raz or Raze, you know what I'm beginning to suspect? You know the Purge movies that were also produced by friggin' God, what was it? Michael Bay of all people. You know what I'm starting to think to myself? Because I've actually seen the Purge movies, and I reckon if I was in charge of director for those movies, I would friggin' have Exodus as some kind of in movies where literally anything goes and chaos and carnage is run rampant. It's surprisingly tame in some. In letting loose these sort of ideas. I friggin' would pay so much money to friggin' finance a Twisted Metal, another Twisted Metal video game, but one that incorporated the really classy sort of thrash metal soundtracks, or even better, included something that was so hardcore that you felt you were literally in the driver's seat. Because because I'll tell you why Raz is so good at this. The very first lines: "Let's start a fire, biggest one you've ever seen. You bring the matches, I'll bring the gasoline." They are telling you to be actively involved in this process. Ignite it, delight it. The flames grow higher. Burn the world on a funeral pyre. Light this motherfucker like a Roman candle. Burn this bitch straight to the ground. Let's not worry about consequence. If it's standing, we'll bring it down. Destroy it all, show no inhibition. Revel and rejoice in unbridled demolition. Smash it, fuck it, nothing will remain. Detect it and wreck it, but never take the blame. This is literally a song about telling you to literally unleash carnage. Let chaos cleanse the world. And some people, it is true what they say, isn't it? Some men just want to watch the world burn. But what they didn't tell us is that sometimes it's more fun if you're the one holding the match. Because think about it. I mean, friggin' Heath Ledger, God rest his soul. I reckon if I knew the guy any better, I would have said that there was a little bit of him in wanting to literally blow up that boat full of people. I think there was a little bit of him, and maybe a little bit of crazy in everyone watching when he just held that man in place and said he was gonna kill one person every day unless the Batman unmasked. In fact, imagine how different the Purge or friggin', well, I'm specifically the Purge Anarchy, because at least the Purge Anarchy sort of gave us what we actually wanted from the first movie that they didn't give us for any reason. I loved the energy alone in the song. Makes me want to go out there and literally just burn down a house. Of course, I wouldn't naturally do. I wouldn't do this unless I literally had nothing better to live for, but to burn down a house or possibly, literally, I don't know. It unleashes like a maniac, a monster inside me, and maybe inside of us all. But you know what? I know this is usually like one of the points it said where, you know what, use this adrenaline, use whatever Exodus have just pumped into your system and do some good with it. But there's some types of good you want to do. There are songs that make you feel good about yourself by telling you that, you know, you're a good person and all that, and that's good because that gets you to do, you know, really exciting and really credible things. Then there are songs that make you just want to go outside and do something physical, if you know what I'm saying. And you know what? Raze is, for the lack of a better term, purely just because I feel like I feel like electricity coming out of my fingertips just right there and then. And movies would take note. I mean, not just like another Fast and Furious sequel, but movies that had artwork as good as friggin' Shovel-Headed Kill Machine, or they had that sort of like imagination that it used to create machines like these, or even just something electrifying like you would find in Raze, or possibly even Hellrider. I'm bringing Hellrider back into it for a reason, because that's still one of the greatest heavy metal songs ever written, even greater than Painkiller. And do I think, unfortunately, I don't particularly think Raze is quite up there, but you know what? With everything else on this on this album, including a cover of a song by the Sex Pistols, you never know, ladies and gentlemen. I think maybe there could be something in this. All I want to know is that, you know what, I said it before and I'll say it again. Some men want to watch the world burn. Some men want to be the one holding the match. Imagine you're holding the match, ladies and gentlemen. What do you do with it? Do you want to literally watch the world burn, or do you save mankind only for mankind to tear itself apart? the great exterminator. As for me, you know what I would do if I was in this situation? So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Raze by Exodus. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to see you guys again in the next reaction video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.